In this video, we're going to take a look at how to add a new shipment through the administrator dashboard. So what you want to do is go into the shipments menu and then click on add shipment. Now there are a couple of things to note here, but first of all, what you want to do is you want to select the sender that you're sending from. Choose a client that we already have. Now this client doesn't have an address or a city, it just has a country, no phone number, and obviously no reference. So if we add an address now, it will stick to the client, and if the client, or if and when the client uses their shipment screen and they add addresses or change them, that automatically change as the client keeps on updating it. So only the first time it's left empty, and it's done like this on purpose to reduce the amount of resistance when the user adds the initial client. So let's just put an address, street address 1, city address 1, Albania, and just put any phone number. So that's so far. You don't need to put a sender's reference. Now the thing I wanted to talk to you about is the tracking ID. You can, if you want a custom tracking ID, you can input it in. It does a dynamic check whether the tracking ID is available before you add the shipment. So if I wanted to add a tracking ID, for example, something like that, when I click out, it will do a check, and this will change into unavailable. We can take a look at that actually. Just put a tracking ID that's not available, like this one. See, the tracking ID is not available, so you're not going to be able to add this shipment with that tracking ID. And if you use that tracking ID, it's going to be available. Okay, so let's carry on now. By default, it's going to be pre-populated, so you don't need to worry about that. This is just if for any case you wanted to add your own tracking ID. It will tell you immediately whether it's available or not, and if it's not, please just make a alternative tracking ID. Okay, so receiver, obviously it's self-explanatory. Receiver name, we'll just say hello1 address. Just populate the fields. And then in the reference, the key thing here is in the reference you want to put the amount, the cash on delivery amount that you have, if you have one. Otherwise just leave it blank or put a 0 there. But that's what this field is for. This is for the cash on delivery amount, and this will be used in the final calculations when client payouts are made. So in this case, I'll just put, for example sake, 1,000. It's going to be in the local currency as well. So, and shipment type, this is the pricing that you've predefined. Again, this is going to be available in another video, how to define these shipment types, or in other words, the pricing. So just choose one, and then the weight of the package, and any special instructions that you may have. For example, I don't know, deliver after 4 p.m. and then maybe the product name that's being delivered. Okay, and that's it. You can double check that everything is okay and just add the shipment. Now that the shipment is added, you can see it's been added to client Nike. The status is automatically by default added as awaiting pickup. And what you need to do now is basically go ahead and print off the airway bill, which will be stuck to the product, or the client will print this off. Now another thing we can do now is just log in with the client just to check whether this has appeared on their side as well. So I'm going to log out from this administrator dashboard. As far as the administrator is concerned, their job is done in terms of adding the shipment. So let's just double check on the client dashboard whether it's been added properly. And you can see it's appearing right there, the tracking ID that we added. the receiver name, etc. And that's pretty much it. So that's how you add a new shipment using the administrator dashboard.